It's one of the most difficult tests of faith. Not only does your house go up in flames, but your center of worship also is destroyed. It was the Harris fire that got Steve and Elsie Campbell. They operated a Bible camp in Dulzura for 32 years until the firestorm came over the mountain. Jeanne Rawdin has more on rebuilding a place to pray.
On this day, the Santa Ana winds eerily blow, just as strong and hot as they did right before the wildfires came. And when Steve and Elsie Campbell walk their 40 acres of land,
this is where our house used to be, right here.
They can't help remembering that fateful day a year ago.
Yeah, I'll never forget that day, Elsie. It started over that hill, coming this way.
That's pretty scary, seeing those flames coming over that hill.
So when Steve gets in his golf cart to show us around Echo Mountain Bible Camp, the tour is more about what's not there than what is.
This bottom area here was the girls' bunkhouse. There was a girls' bunkhouse down in here. Right where you see that dark spot, we lost the tractor there. Right here was another house, and we lost that.
Out of 7 buildings on 40 acres,
right here used to be our meeting room.
There is precious little left. The fire spared this sign at the bottom of the driveway.
If you look under Elsie and the word Campbell, it's starting to melt. We thought we'd just leave that there as a reminder.
A reminder for them of what God gives and what God takes away.
We lost everything, lost the whole camp. That's our house.
The Campbells now live in a FEMA trailer. They are strong believers in the Christian faith, but some days they still ask the question, why?
You say, Lord, why? What do you got up your sleeve?
We know that there is a reason of the fire. We don't know what it is, and we're not going to question. We ask ourselves, but we're not going to ask God, why did you do this to us?
Steve and Elsie built and lived at the Echo Mountain Bible Camp for 32 years. Thousands of faith-based visitors stayed here for retreats through the decades. But the Campbells knew from the start that they couldn't afford fire insurance in such a high-risk area. So when the Harris fire hit,
I couldn't go to Paula Park then because Steve had. And it was very, very it was hard for him, so I couldn't go to Park. And I was able to hold it together for quite a few days.
But the days turned into weeks, weeks into months, with no rebuilding in sight. They say their faith got them through.
There's nothing I can do to say, I want you to do this, Lord, or I want you to do that, Lord. The Lord's in charge.
How important is your faith to you?
That's all we've got. Without the Lord, and then with Steve, there is nothing.
Along with their faith, something else did survive on this property. Their outdoor chapel, their place to pray.
This is a nice quiet area to release your problems, your burdens, because it says whatever you do all to the glory of God, and that means everything.
Along with that piece of scripture carved in stone, Steve has another message that gets him through. This one, a song sent to him by a relative.
Many things about tomorrow I don't see. To understand, but I know who holds tomorrow, and I know who holds my hand.